June 14th, 2025. I'm at the No Kings March rally. Just got here. It hasn't started yet. Got maybe about an hour and a half to go before we start the rally and the march. People are starting to show up now.
Not enough. Say you did it to myself, but it's not enough. Somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn the TV off, turn the TV off. 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 I'm prophetic, they only talk about it, how I get it. Only good for saving face, seeing the cosmetics. How many hands I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up, we got the plyometric. Nigga ran up out the Lux Mesa up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, you can diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit, let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the etiquette, the LA yelling. Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn the TV off, turn the TV off. 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 Shit is crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. 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 Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
No, the revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner, because the revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run, or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on the court from 29th District. The revolution will not be televised. So the young may run out of power on rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion or still life of Boy Wilkins strolling through what? In a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he has been saving for just the proper occasion.
Starting to fill up.
Democrats in Washington, they're not coming to save us. Chuck Schumer sure isn't. Cory Booker, gives a great 24-hour speech. Isn't just this week he voted to help the Trump family take bribes via crypto. We've got to save ourselves, and that means standing up, showing up like you are here today. This event would be nothing
without all of you showing up. It's not about the march, it's not about the speakers, it's about all of us showing up and having our voices heard. So thank you, everyone who showed up today. Where we are. We need to keep showing up at protests and town halls, calling our representatives, and not just today, not just tomorrow or this week, next month, all year, all next year. And until every fascist, every corrupt billionaire who sold our country out is held accountable, we need to keep showing up. Can we do that? How many people here, like me, have a grandfather that went overseas to fight Nazis? Thank you so much. Alright, so I'm going to move on and introduce our next speaker, Shamila Malik. She's a fantastic immigration attorney. She's going to talk to you a little bit more detail than I can about the outrages that are going on. But first I want to say a few words about this. Because we are a nation of immigrants and colonizers. As far as I'm concerned, trying to follow the law, build a better life for you in this country, you're an American. And all these people that ICE are terrorizing and rounding up, you have to be they're more American than Stephen Miller. They're more American than Donald Trump, who hates everything this country stands for. They're more American than Elon Musk. They're more American than their profit and preserving their wealth than the welfare of this country.
My name's Shamila. I'm a criminal defense and immigration attorney. I've been practicing almost 15 years, and I can tell you without a doubt that what is going on right now with immigration is completely unprecedented. In this country, our administration is pretending that all these people show up here, they're illegal, they don't have human rights, and all of that is bullshit. They're here doing people's rights, okay? I'll explain in a minute, but not that easy. They're stripping their lawful status and putting them in detention and trying to deport them without due process, which all people are entitled to, regardless of their citizenship status. U.S. citizens to the ground to pick up people and round them up, stick them in detention and deport them. And who are these people? People that come here looking for a better life, people that are working hard, people that are paying their taxes and are not able to get any benefits from it. Not eligible for any kind of welfare, but they pay into it every single day, and citizens do get to get the advantage of that. Pretending we're all criminals, but we're not. You are a criminal, technically, if you have a speeding ticket. That's kind of what the bar is at this point. And yet, our president actually is a convicted criminal. Trying to keep hardworking people down and trying to deport everybody. You show up at your ICE check-in, detention, deportation. You show up to immigration court, they're arresting you there. You show up for your green card interview, they're taking you into custody there too. So what is the right
wants to use us in punks in this power grab. Having the military costing over $90 million for this military parade, all while slashing the very benefits of they're gutting the VA. They're gutting the VA. Firing thousands of federal workers, almost 30% who are our veterans across the country, trying to privatize the care our veteran community has earned. That's not patriotism, that's betrayal! What's happening in Los Angeles right now and across the country, ice raids at Home Depots, clothing factories, street corners, hospitals. This isn't about security, it's about control! It's about removing people who don't fit the image of what America. Let's be real, this isn't new. We saw this in 1930s Germany, where people were rounded up that were undesirable and disappeared. We saw this in the 1940s when Japanese citizens were thrown in camps for just existing. We saw this in the 1960s when African Americans, demanding equality, were met with dogs and hoses of troops. We saw this after 9/11 when Muslim communities were harassed, paid for worshiping differently. We saw this in 2017 during this first term, separating families and keeping children in cages. See it again today. Isn't enforcing laws, they're enforcing a vision where certain people are safe, where speaking out is dangerous, where being different means being disposable.
The military helicopters are above us.
To stand up and do the right thing, and this is our moment! Unapologetically loud and clear because silence is complicity and comfort is not an excuse. Resistance has always come from the marginalized people and from those they are trying to erase. And no matter what tribe you are from, it's time for us to come together. Rise again to the dream that is America. And remember this. It's not about immigrants or protesters or any group. This is about all of us. And whether we let fear rule us or whether we want to fight for something better. And if you feel powerless, know that you're not. If you feel scared, that means you understand. But if you're silent, that's how they win. Well, I got news for you. Who won't be silent?
Come out.
Thank you so much. God bless our veterans, our men and women in uniform that try to just do anything to protect our constitutional rights. But on that note, hey man, happy Pride. God save Marsha P. Johnson. Forward to help and lift you up as best as we can. God bless you all. Happy Pride. That being said, recently we have seen NPR got voted in the House bill to get it funded, and I cannot tell you how critical this is for rural communities who don't even have a newspaper. I need to see what is happening via whatever sort of press they can get, let alone terrible internet that these low-cost, the low-income communities in rural America can't find. Also, Trump has bypassed Congress by defunding libraries and museums across this country. These are critical. These are critical to education and First Amendment rights, which takes us to our colleges and universities and higher learning institutions. And this regime is at war. And when it comes to free exchange of ideas, that people come over here all over the world legally with visas to learn and study and organize their student bodies, when they do not want their institutions funding a genocide in Gaza and in Palestine. This regime's personal Gestapo, that is ICE, abducting Mahmoud Khalil in plain clothes without a warrant. For Muslim Mandawi, who organized with him in Colombia, who was also abducted at his citizenship hearing, like many working class people in this country who are trying to do it by legal means. They're abducted at every courthouse. And on top of that, Ramuzia Öztürk of Tufts University, who was abducted on the street for writing an op-ed against the genocide from Palestine. These are people citizen or non-citizen. We have a jurisdiction in the United States protected by the Constitution, and that includes freedom of speech wherever the hell you're from. That brings us to press, like Terry Moran, to corporate media otherwise. Terry Moran expressed that Stephen Miller is a very hate-filled man, and ABC fired him like a sack of potatoes. And then we have Bill Owens, producer of 60 Minutes, resigned from CBS due to the conflict of interest and telling him to tone down his speech and trying to support his journalistic integrity. And this is corporate media alone. And they're coming for them. We're on the road. So here we are, together, organizing. And the tech barons of social media follow their dollar wherever it goes, and they will appease this regime to the nth degree. We see it with Zuckerberg, and Musk is riding that dick like no tomorrow.
Eat the rich!
And in Silicon Valley, they have their massive AI ventures. These AI ventures are doing more than you realize to attack our right of freedom of speech, given that their AI models are stealing our artwork. They're stealing our political narratives and artwork to create whatever the hell it wants and whatever bias they put into these. And they want you to think less critically, to summarize an email, to summarize an article. This is as much a part of their agenda. They don't want you to think. Not at all. This is Orwellian. Less words, less think. I applaud you to get this shit out of here. It needs regulation. The U.S. military has signed a contract with Palantir. You haven't heard of Palantir? They've been using the genocide in Gaza as its own little petri dish. And now, ladies and gentlemen, they moved on up to the American people. Peter Thiel runs Palantir, named after the all-seeing eye in The Lord of the Rings. And by God, it is here. It is Big Brother. It is using your data from social media to track your speech, to track what you do. Next thing you know, it will be ICE raids on anyone, any citizen. This is the same regime that is used to sentence to deport American citizens. I didn't know this could be said in the same fucking sentence. This is the Gestapo. Unless you know, Peter Thiel's personal protege is now the Vice President of the United States. Less think, less speech, less critical thinking. This is their agenda. They don't want you to talk about the housing crisis in this country, the medical crisis, the transit crisis in this country, the climate crisis, everything. So this is what they want. They want AI taking over these narratives for them and have you not thinking. This is adamant, but this is all part of the course.
And eviscerate my children's future. I have had enough. Over the last decade, organizations like Alliance Defending Freedom, the Heritage Foundation, Our local leaders like Greg Abbott and Ken Paxton have our rights to make medical choices about our own bodies have been front and center in this war on our freedoms. They have insisted that my very being is up for debate. They have sought to strip away my humanity. They have painted pictures of people like me that are as confused or meant unwell. Their policies are not just designed to reduce my community to a subhuman status. They are designed to erase us completely. Within days of taking office, Trump had pushed national policies denying identity documents to trans people, excluding us from restrooms, defining our healthcare as abuse, and suggesting our mere existence was obscene. He announced a new trans military ban that declared people like me are national security threats solely because we are transgender. These policies have and continue to endanger me, my family, and everyone in my community who does not meet their Christian nationalist worldview. They have used fear and misinformation and stripped up political tensions further to the right. And this is not limited to my community. It's a playbook what's been used to oppress our most vulnerable populations, to justify discrimination and violence against brown communities, to attack immigrants, to overturn and to criminalize and deny equality for LGBTQ plus people around the world. Fear, uncertainty, and arrest are all tools in their toolbox designed to make us shrink our lives and give up our autonomy. I say, we have had enough. They bend the law, extort loopholes, and deny due process and justice. In this regime, open corruption is not a flaw, it is a feature designed to make us feel that the institutions we rely on to be safe no longer exist, to invoke a sense of hopelessness and helplessness. We have had enough. This administration wants us to believe we have no power to stop their agenda. They want to scare us into submission. They want us to believe we have no choice but to comply with their unconstitutional laws and policies. These are lies. Lies which distract us from the reality that it is Trump that is weak. They are terrified that we will discover this truth, that we will find our strength, and we will restore our country to one for the people and by the people. We do not have to agree on every issue, but in this critical moment, when our nation's future hangs in the balance, we must unite in a common cause to defend our freedom and our democracy. Today is the start of a nationwide movement. It does not end here. We must continue to make our voices heard. We must continue to show up for all our neighbors. We, the people, are the answer to this fascist takeover of our country. We, the people, are the defense. We, the people, are the power. We must demand accountability for this administration's crimes. Because we have had enough. Today we say no to authoritarian rule. We say no one is above the law. And today we say in one voice across the country, there will be no kings in America. Will never be defeated.
This time and in this place in our democracy, we are at a critical tipping point. And our march towards greater freedom, more justice, more equity, and more equality for all. Our democracy has never been perfect, but right now, we have the opportunity to save it from those who seek to destroy its foundational principles. Right now, we have the opportunity to choose one of two paths. We can demand freedom. We can demand justice. We can demand the liberty to make personal choices over our bodies, our lives, our families, and those we love. And we can demand equality, equity. But to do that, we have to be the change that we want to see in the world. We cannot sit idly by or be complicit in allowing the people being said to abandon us to become the targets of unfair treatment, oppression, or dehumanization. We cannot let the hard won, yet far from perfect civil rights that we currently have to be taken away from each and every one of us, one by one, by elected officials who seek to oppress, to dehumanize, and restore for their own personal gain, power, and privilege. We have seen an exponential increase in attacks on LGBTQ people, black and brown people, people with a disability, and right now we have 588 pieces of anti-LGBTQ legislation pending across the country. 57 of them have already become law, and we've had in the last 3 years 217 pieces of law that are restricting our civil rights. And when you restrict the civil rights of anyone, you restrict the civil rights of everyone. Coretta Scott King said, freedom is never really won, and you earn it and win it in every generation. She was right. Here we are. So what am I asking you to do? I'm asking you to be the change that you want to see in the world. Your lived experience is different than my lived experience. What is important to you may not be important to me. I may not understand you, how you grew up, your culture, your family, your faith, your identity, or anything else about you. But that makes you no less worthy of equal dignity, equal respect, equal understanding, and equal compassion. Our differences deserve to be embraced, lauded, and celebrated, not judged. As we are on the precipice of the end of democracy, know it. Or should I say, as we stand in the middle of the dismantling of our civil rights and a democracy that has fought, struggled, and strived to be better, let us use this moment as an opportunity to work together, unified, united, to demand and to fight for greater freedom, more respect, more dignity, and more equity than our country has ever seen before.
Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for having me. I never thought I'd say this, but God damn it, I miss Nixon. You know what's ironic? We're near the library. We're near the library. We're I don't know how it's going in Dallas, but around the country, they've been taking books off shelves. They took away from the children's section in some places. The Charlotte's Web. Do you know why? What they object to is that they say God didn't make animals You know, a lot of people. Medic! Some people, anyways, think that Trump snorts Adderall.
Nobody's listening to him. He's got no voice. Nobody's listening. Don't give him any attention. Go participate over here.
No, I got mine. Thank you.
What did he jump on you for?
Honestly, so that guy, he seemed to be afraid of me, but not anybody else. So I went to go get him out of here because nobody wants him here. And the cops come over to me because I rushed him, but I wasn't even that close to him. I didn't touch an officer.
Right.
So I don't really know what their deal was, but
was he saying he was going to push you down?
I don't know what he was saying, but I mean the officer was pissed off just because he could be, I guess.
It sounded like the officer said he was going to push you down and do stuff to you.
Literally.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Peace!
love it. I love it.
Fuck Greg Abbott and Ted Cruz and Trump too.
Thank you. Donald Trump has got to go! Donald Trump has got to go! Okay.
I haven't talked to him in years. Last time we talked was like years after. Not everybody did it, but I love
If they're at the very end of the line. Oh my gosh,
That's the key.
You went ahead, and we're like, where are we going to go?
Well, we were just behind me.
I have no idea when this is going to end down there. This is like, seems like miles long. People everywhere. They're still coming from around the corner and from around that corner.
Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like!
Roller bars, get some energy. Stay safe.
What democracy looks like!
I love that. No teams except drag teams. Hey guys. Take a picture.
This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
you have nipple rings on?
Abolish ICE! Abolish ICE! Workers unite! Workers unite! Abolish ICE! Abolish ICE! Abolish ICE! Abolish ICE! Abolish ICE! Abolish ICE!
That's what's for.
I thought it was because you know, like up in the
I'm gonna have to end this here because the crowd just keeps coming. I don't know when that's gonna end, and I'm about to run out of my battery.
Nazi pedophiles! Nazi pedophiles!
I was selfish, but Jesus Christ gave me a new heart, a new spirit. I own everything. I love the Lord. I thank Jesus Christ for Him loving me, for Him putting up with my sins. My sins are ever before my eyes. I don't deserve to be alive. I don't deserve forgiveness. But Jesus Christ gives us a precious gift.
We go to hell through a bitch.
Please and love and repentance. Oh, you can have a faith that can move mountains. You can have a joy unspeakable and fully full of glory.
Yeah, you can have. We have another one there.
Over here. We're gonna go straight over there.
Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Donald Trump has got to go!
What about somebody who ran out too quick? Warm water.
You can have as many as you need, my friend.
I appreciate you.
What democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. No more fascists! No more fascists!
No more fascists! No more fascists!
No more fascists!
No more fascists! No more fascists!
No more fascists!
Thank you.
strong. We want you to know that this is not the day that fixes fascism, right? We gotta keep doing this every day, right? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce to you Joseph Bogan, who is one of our leaders of Indivisible Dallas. My name is Samantha Mitchell. I'm also with Indivisible Dallas. But Joseph's going to close us out here. You're going to hear from the other organizers of today.
Oh yeah. Thank you again for coming out. This isn't about the speakers, it isn't about the march, it's about all of you showing up. I think we might have had 10,000 people here today, and that's just... But we're not done. We're just getting started. Scan this to sign up. IndivisibleDallas@gmail.com. Shoot us an email. Connect to us on Blue Sky on Instagram. We need help. There's going to be more protests. There's going to be more to do besides protests. So please help us. Join us in this long, hard fight against fascism that we're in. Thank you.
And the Republicans too.
Indivisible Texas 24.
So I'm Buddy Lewis. I'm a co-founder of Indivisible Texas 24. We started the month after Trump won the first time. So we've been doing this a while. So we closed out our first meeting in Grapevine, Texas with this quote, and we're going to do it all together. Then we're going to end with some just no king's chants, and we'll be done. You guys have been total badasses today. Peaceful, fun, powerful. So listen up. We closed out the first meeting of Indivisible Texas 24 by saying, we are indivisible with liberty and justice for all. No king!
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 I want to just let you know, I've been protesting in Dallas for a long time. I have never seen a turnout like this. That was absolutely incredible. I just want to say, like they said before, the work doesn't stop here. We have a lot of things that we're trying to do. If you want to come up here and have a little paper, I can give you so you can get involved. We're trying to get outside of our representative's office to be in their face, to let them know, to hold them accountable. We're trying to have community action. We're working with other groups to stop these ICE deportations from them coming into our community. Mobilize fast, rapid responses. We're doing a lot. I had to do that.
Whatever she said.
So what we need is you guys. We need the people power. We need people to go out there and work with us at any level, whether you can be participatory in person, whether you want to be online doing research, making zines, making kind of social media posts, whatever. There's a lot you can do. Come up to me. I got a paper on how to get involved. Y'all give yourselves an applause. That was
I was telling the world because Mexicans have to deal with this. Push your heart. That's right. Viva Mexico!
word. If you see any trash, please pick it up. We have an actually pretty good relationship with the DPD, and we'd like to maintain that. We'd like to leave the space as good as we found it. So please help us pick up on your way out. That would be great. Thank you.
We need to do the same thing because we are the builders. We come before the Great Divide, before the land's party. All the way down to Mexico and the Garden of Eden, which is the equator. There are pyramids built that the white man cannot do. He cannot do because we did it with our man. It's not racist.
Happy Pride, everybody! Happy Pride!
Trick you because they was cast out because they could not cross. Because God would not let them cross from where his life, his realm, everything he done was wrong. They was cast out and they had to go to the mountains. That's why their skin was pale. That's why they could not do nothing. And the sun they cannot stand there before. You can turn all kind of colors, dark, bronze, beautiful, grass, lovely, everything. Guess what? You can turn red. He would turn red as a lobster. He would burn his skin.
Yeah, it was all over the news.
I'm not being racist.
That's what he's talking about.
Y'all live here. Y'all live here. Trump ain't no, he mad. He mad.
He mad because he's brown skin, he's orange skin.
I'm mad because he are exposing what's going on. How my life has been played because of what I know. I've had people try to kill me because of what I know. But I'm sorry today. God has a way because we are the war. They can't get rid of you because we've been here working. You've been here doing what you need to do. We families live together. Y'all stay together. Y'all play together. Y'all feed each other.
Principalmente de migración, pero como que no
stay at home.
siguen de hacer pues como está protestando.
They take out the kids. Read it. Watch this. Listen to this. It's nothing because he knows no God. I know. Because I know God sent me for a reason. And it is the truth. We are the truth. We are the